Hi, my name is Tom and welcome to On a Student Budget. This is going to be my first impressions video on the Brainwavz S3, the latest release from the Brainwavz lineup, and it has a recommended retail price at about 80 US dollars. So this earphone is a part of their S series or their S line, which is typically more of a bassier or warmer sounding earphone. So this is a little bit of a departure away from that kind of sound signature. Little bit of a spoiler alert, and I'll get into that in the later part of this first impressions video. Now, I've had these earphones for about a week or so, so I do know them quite well, but I'll leave my final verdict in the full review, which I'm going to put in the annotation above my finger over here once it's complete. So let's just start things off right off from the build quality. So in terms of build quality, this is typical Brainwavz stuff, and I mean that in a really good way because Brainwavz, my past experience with Brainwavz products is very positive in terms of the build quality and how premium they feel, especially at any price that they actually introduce them at. They're always made with very nice materials overall. This one is no exception. It has a fully metal housing here with metal nozzles. Feels quite nice overall. And it has a really nice long strain relief here. And the cable here is a flat tangle-free cable, but at the same time it doesn't feel so thin that it feels like it's going to tear or anything like that. This S3 also comes equipped with a Clearwaves remote, which is specifically intended for iOS users. So this is a really good timing because the iPhone 6 and the 6S and the 6S Plus just came out. So yeah, it'll be perfect for that. And it has the media controls, really good tactile feedback, and you can feel it very easily along your fingers. It's all different texture and such. Really good to for the portable purpose and for smartphone users out there. And going into the Y-shaped split, you can see it's compact, but it's also well relieved with the cable cinch, and it terminates in straight angle jack, really well relieved overall. So overall, very nicely done from a build quality standpoint. Very impressed. And going into now comfort. Now comfort of the S3s are actually fairly good because these earphones do have a little bit of a longer nozzle and a longer earpiece, and because of that they do stick out of your ear a little bit more. So if you visualize this is your ear, only the ear tip does really sit mostly in your ear. The rest of the earphone does sit outside, so as a result none of the housing is ever going to be rubbing up against your ear, or shouldn't be. And because the cable is angled at about like a 30-degree angle, it's intended to be worn cable down like this, just like any other earphone out there, like traditionally. More common ones. So this earphone, in terms of comfort, is fairly good overall. Now going into sound, this is a section that I'm a little bit it can conflict really, because I've seen a lot of people talk about the sound signature of the S3s in the HeadFi thread. I'll put the link in the HeadFi thread below, and it has very widely differing opinions. So some describe the S3s as being anywhere from very bassy, if the camera can focus here, from very bassy all the way to very lean and balanced, which is what I think. So I'm not sure why that is, and I'll try to find out by the time of the full review, and I'll again let you guys know in the full review. So for me, I found that the sound signature of the S3s is rather lean, rather balanced, and I'm just reporting to you what I think, and I'm not saying that everything I say here is the absolute be-all and end-all. So I'm just reporting basically what I think. Now, so going into the sound signature, it's as I said before, rather lean. I think the bass is actually slightly bass light. There's a little bit of there's a roll off in the bass sub bass, so it's not that visceral bass pounding in your ears. It's missing that kind of last word in the bass. The mid bass is also quite lean as well, so it's not in particularly very punchy sounding overall. So definitely the bass is not at the forefront of this earphone. So if you visualize this paper here, as you can see, as a sound signature of the S3s, the bass is kind of like the background color of a painting, and then the mid-range is actually at the center piece of the entire picture. It's what the S3s are really all about. It's what you're going to focus on because of how clear it is, how revealing it is. It's actually quite open sounding. There's not that sense of congestion. Everything is very well separated and well placed, which is one of the strengths of the S3s. Now going into the treble here, treble is likewise with the bass. It's not in the center. It's not stealing the show. It's kind of in the background, complementing everything else. The treble here is rather smooth, easygoing on your ears. So that's kind of like the sound signature of the S3s in a nutshell. So I'll let you guys know in the full review if this changes. I've heard that with different ear tips, this the sound signature of the S3s can change dramatically. The stock ear tips originally it's a little bit wider than the hybrids here, which makes this even more of a neutral listen. So I'll let you guys know in the final review, which I'll put in the link above my finger here. But until then, like and subscribe to this video and channel if it helped you guys out. Leave a comment below on what you guys think about these S3s. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video.